Rambler here, episode 3. Alright, the light was done for just effect. I just want to see what it does. Okay, so I got a comment on, I think it was episode 2. Episode 2, episode 1, doesn't matter. The comment basically wanted me to describe, or the question I think was something similar to, what do you deem success as it relates to monetary gain and or metrics? So monetary gain, that is a good question, because how do you know if you're gaining in a world of financialization? Well, first of all, you got to understand what financialization is. And incidentally, you got to know what money is. What money is and what money is not. Because I don't call money money, I call money currency. It's just a medium of exchange. It's fungible, it's divisible, it's transportable. But it's so many other things too. So, I think this commentor was basically wanting me to figure out a way to, hey, if you're position A and you transition to position B, is it an upward movement or a downward movement? Is it left, right, up, down? What is it? Let's try to measure it, basically. Again, how do you measure something in a world that is manipulated? I mean, the entire world is manipulated, and it's speeding up via technology. All right, we can let that scare us, or we can embrace it and grow with it. I would suggest the latter. So, monetary gain, I'm going to refer whoever watches this, if you want to understand money, there's a gentleman by the name of Mike Maloney. Total badass. He's very, very intelligent. He did a series on YouTube a while back, and it's called The Hidden Secrets of Money. I suggest you go check it out. Because if you want to know what monetary gain is, you got to understand what money is and what money is not. So, Mike Maloney, Hidden Secrets of Money. Go check it out. That's just for starters. I mean, there are so many rabbit holes we could go down. But for the purposes of this video, I've only got, 15 minutes. So I don't have a whole lot of time, but I'll say as much as I can within this time frame. Great question. Monetary gain, metrics, how do we measure it? Great question. And I would say that for a lot of the young people, if there are young people watching this anywhere, need to understand that there are people that are basically, they're just selfish bastards. They're out for their own interests. And most people are that way. They're out for their own interests. And there's a lot of people that they don't understand the system that they were born in. I certainly didn't. I was stupid. Like, I was dumber than a box of rocks. Still not completely. I don't know. I don't know if I got a full box of rocks or a half a box of rocks, but oh mercy. So, monetary gain metrics. How do we measure it? How do you measure something that is being tweaked? It's like a magic show. You know, how do you do that card trick? I don't know. I did go to a magic show a while back. I think it was I don't know. I can't even remember the name of it. It doesn't matter. But everybody understands magic. You know, David Copperfield. How do you make the dude disappear? Whatever, you know. That's basically our monetary system worldwide. Then, of course, we've got to throw in politics. We got to throw in, stories, and we got to throw in news media. We got to throw all these things in there. If you want to understand what money is, the first thing you maybe ought to do is shut the TV off, because you're not getting the truth on TV. That's for sure. Maybe it's just some crazy dude wearing a Carhartt jacket with a high-vis t-shirt on his way to work. But I don't know. He called it the Rambler channel, so maybe it's all crap. Who knows? Maybe that Mike Maloney guy doesn't even exist. Maybe it's just false. No, I assure you exist, because I watched it. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant man. Really is. And he's connected to a lot of other brilliant guys. And I don't know. How does it go? Do your research. This isn't financial advice. Come on. Come on. Why do they say that? Well, because they don't want to be sued. Right? Exactly. I don't want to be sued. Come on. Chicken shit. I don't know. I guess to that I would say grow some balls. Right? Quit being a pansy. If your life sucks, change it. If you're fat, lose some weight. If you're lazy, stop being lazy. Do something. Be, do, have. Do something. Right? I'll tell you another gal that I'm really interested in, and her name is Whitney Webb. Do some research on that. You guys have all the computers in your pockets. Cell phones, the iPhones, the Android, whatever. Get them out of your pocket on your way to work and listen to Whitney Webb. Listen to the Mike Maloneys of the world. Listen to them. You want to understand monetary gain? Know how you're being screwed in life. Understand the trade. Everything you do in life is a trade. Conversations, they're trades. Going to the grocery store, it's a trade. Everything is a trade. So, today is what? December 20th. I got up at 3 o'clock a.m. I don't know what my problem is. I'm probably going to regret that. But episode 3 on the Rambler. Right? Episode 3. 2 work, lights on. Right? 2 work, light on, light off, light on. Okay. Again, I just did that for effect. I want to see what that looks like as I play it back. Wow. It is almost quarter till. I suppose the good news is I'm going to have a 4-day weekend. That'll be nice. But I would encourage whoever's watching this, you know what? Don't just, how's the TV put it? TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Come on. Every day should be Friday, right? Every day should be Friday. And even if it's physically not, it can mentally be, right? It can mentally be. So, where does that leave us? Monetary gain, metrics. How do we measure it? How do we measure success? Well, what is success? Success to some people is failure to others. Ooh, yeah, it is. Success to some is failure to others. And I suppose you could say it the other way I don't know. I've been trying to track monetary gain. I've been trying to track my metric. But how does one do that? Well, so the gentleman that asked me this question, he has got a personality and a smile that resembles, I believe the guy's name or the actor's name is John Candy, and it's an amazing resemblance. It really is. It's almost like being next to John Candy when you talk to this guy. So he was the one that asked the question, and it was a great question, because it gets to the nitty-gritty of how do we measure success, or how do we measure whether our graph is up or our graph is down. Well, I'll tell you this: if you're young, okay, let's define young. 20, 30, 40, 45-ish. Okay, well, we're getting to the top of your cycle. That's another important, I could call it a metric. I could call it a lot of things. Okay, just pull out premies. Cool. Love it. Love that. Oh, God. You slow down too there, buddy. I see you behind me. Well, it's easy to lose your train of thought while you're driving down the road. And idiots in front of you and idiots behind you. And idiots talking or videotaping. Yeah. Go on there, Chumley. Hey, you're doing 10 over there, bud. You're a sinner. You're a sinner and breaking the law. Well, I guess so am I. Oh, man, you're going to get a ticket, Rod. You're going to get a ticket. Well, I'll tell you this. I've had plenty of them in my life. Oh, success. That's right. Well, I haven't had one in a long time, so I guess, is that successful? I don't know. Maybe that's not speeding enough. I don't know. How do you want to look at it? How do you want to look at it? Are you having fun or are you not having fun? Good question. Wow. Yeah. Maybe I picked a good name, the Rambler. How do you measure? How do you measure in a world of constant change? Something else I was thinking about. You know, what was true today isn't necessarily true tomorrow. So while you're advocating for truth today, is that to say that you're advocating a lie or deceit tomorrow? Potentially. You know, there's a gentleman by the name of Robert Kiyosaki. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about him and read his books and whatnot. He made a statement a while back, and he said that there are teachers, good teachers, bad teachers. Some teachers teach truth and some teachers don't teach truth. They just teach what they want to sell you, right? You have to ask yourself the question before you engage in any trade or before you buy anything. Are you here to help me or are you here to sell me? It's a good question. All right, folks, we are at my turn. Oh, we get a little bit of a delay here. I'm going to have to shut her down, and we'll go for episode 4 at some point. But this concludes episode 3, December 20th, The Rambler. I hope you've enjoyed it, because I have. Makes me seem like the 15-minute trip is like a minute long. So, yeah, that's cool. Cheers.